Nothing here.
No,
So
it's
since
abandoned buildings.
Yeah, but you have no grocery store.
Got no grocery stores, no drugstores,
No clothing stores, no nothing.
Good morning and welcome to Braddock, Pennsylvania. I'm in a town that was once a thriving steel empire in Pennsylvania. This town was crushed when that world fell apart. Went from a town of thousands of people, bustling, beautiful town, streetcars, everything, to now a fraction of that, all to the collapse of the steel mills. Today we're going to walk around, take a look at downtown Braddock, the boarded up, abandoned businesses, and explore what happened to this American city. Come with me as we go journey through Braddock. So this was the United States Post Office. Just spoke to a gentleman. He said he thinks it's an apartment complex now or converted into apartments, which I think would be really pretty cool. To me, it looks kind of abandoned. Let's see. I don't know. Just empty. Somebody left some shampoo. In the old postmaster's room. Pretty wild. Beautiful, beautiful place. Look at that. The old steel mills. Yeah, I think these are apartments. How cool is that? This place is incredible for a library. Really something. All right, so a no-go in the library. Didn't want to film in there. The historic aspects are going to be a private tour and I don't have time. I'm just stopping off here as a little appetizer for y'all, heading to a much bigger, much better town that's going to show you some amazing stuff, depending on how you look at it. But this is still such a cool town. Look at these buildings. And I need to put some gloves on. The temperature is in the 20s. I'm bundled up, but the hands, cold. So far, this is just a ton of devastation. This home completely taken over by Mother Nature. It is just abandoned everywhere. So like I said, this town had thousands and thousands of residents. And now it's a fraction of that. I think it's somewhere around 1,000 residents. So one of the things you'll see is a lot of giant murals. They're really trying to give the town an artistic view. Some of this looks to me like graffiti, but they're trying anything they can to revitalize, bring people back to the community. I think it's going to be challenging Like I said, this community had, I think, roughly 20,000 people. We're talking in the 1920s, though. To now, roughly 1,000, 1,500 maybe. It's been one of the biggest examples of urban demise, the crushing, when the steel and all of that just collapsed. But let's take a look. I'm not going to spend a lot of time here because we got a long drive to our next town where we're going to see some very cool stuff. And I don't mean cool as in because of the decay. I just want you to, it's just examples of stuff that you'd be shocked that happens in America, the United States. Beautiful. That's some nice artwork. That is really incredible. By the way, I got to find another word besides beautiful. Somebody ragged on me in the comments about using the word beautiful too much. I don't know how else to express myself. I find some of this very attractive, but people will dog on you sometimes in the comments for anything. Golden treasures. We should go check that out. Bagley and Sun Cleaners. You know what? We'll take a walk down the street here, come back on the other side, and we'll stop inside Golden Treasures. Look at these buildings. My understanding is they had streetcars running up and down here back in the boom day. Like so many of the towns I've been to, this was just a thriving industry. They had immigrants from all over. They had Slovaks, Irish, German, Italians. When they immigrated to our country, to the United States, they needed work. And we're not far from New York, and they just made their way over. Now this is honestly some of the worst decay I've seen in a lot of the towns I've been to. This is just terrible. So sad to see. Gentlemen, how you doing? Good, good.
Can't complain.
You guys live here?
Yeah, sorta.
Sorta. What are y'all trying to get some information on Braddock and what people think about it and what's going on? And
There's nothing here.
nothing here.
No,
So
it's
since
abandoned buildings.
that's it.
Yeah.
And what are people doing for a living?
I just applied down the kitchen.
Really?
Yeah, there's a public kitchen down there. It's called the public house.
And so you want to stay here? You like the town? You're proud of it still?
A little bit. I just moved here.
Where'd you come from? I see the Steelers hat.
Tawny.
Oh, really? Okay. I don't really know where that's at, but
It's like 2 hours north.
okay. Steelers fan?
Yeah.
How are y'all doing this year?
We're doing good. We
Yeah?
just won with the Ravens.
Oh, nice.
We beat the Ravens.
What would you say is probably the most misunderstood thing about Braddock? The people. That's what I get a lot of the towns I go to. I mean, people are always good in these small towns, honestly.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Well, listen, thanks for your time, guys.
All right.
Have a good one. Thank you. Thank you, sir. And honestly, you know, you've seen my videos from West Virginia and all the small towns I go to. Something about the small towns have quality, genuine people who are willing to talk to you. You go to the big cities, where I'm in New York or in where I live, certain places, everybody's in a hurry. They treat you like, you know, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but I think you understand what I mean. But here we are, golden treasures. Let's go check this out. Wow. Oh, wow. Well, I'm assuming woodworking stuff. Pretty neat. Lots of tools. Good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm well, thank you.
How you doing?
I'm well, how are you, sir?
Good, good.
Just coming down, checking out the place. You guys the owners?
Yes. She's the owner.
Yeah.
I'm just
It's a neat store. Oh, I see cast iron. I'm just out filming Braddock and popped into town and just wanted to kind of get some people's perspectives on Braddock and how it is today. And is it coming up or still the same?
26 years here.
26 years.
Yeah.
So when were y'all here? Are y'all born and raised here? No. Okay. So when they
Afraid of Braddock 26 years
Yeah,
ago.
right.
really?
Yeah.
What was it? Just scary or?
Well, it's a black community.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I bought a building. A friend of mine said, come down and look at a building. And he was doing the same business that we were doing. And there was a bakery going on. You were taking a picture of it a few minutes ago because I just came down the street. Less than 5 minutes ago, you were on the other side of the street in front of the salon. Taking
Okay.
a picture at my old building.
Oh, yes.
Yes. So he said, buy
By the Carnegie, right?
100 feet up.
Okay. Oh,
So
okay.
anyway, when I seen the building, it had 3 lights, one on the first floor, one on the second floor, one on the third floor, nothing on the fourth floor.
Uh-huh.
So
Yes.
it's a diamond in the rough. She didn't like the deal, but we bought it and turned it into a business, and it worked out pretty good for the first 8-10 years. And then I think we've been in this building 15, I think.
Wow.
14. But in Braddock, almost 26.
That's incredible.
Yeah. So knock on good wood.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Done filming,
you're
buy
thriving.
something.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm going to look around. Do you have point me to some of your cast iron steel. I see you have some skillets. Okay.
So what we have is,
Griswold,
there's
Wagner.
3 floors. Main floor here.
Okay.
Mezzanine upstairs is a general household wares. Everything on the mezzanine, with the exception of furnishings, is $1, no matter what it's marked. Toasters, microwaves, blankets, anything. Doesn't matter what it's marked, it's $1 right now. Downstairs, tools and rustic.
Ah, okay.
Okay, so the downstairs and this floor is on a half price sale right now. So anything you see, with the exception of our mattress.
I just got to keep in mind what I can travel with carry-on.
Well,
But
shipping, we've got 2 boxes
I
to deliver.
I ship roughly.
that was actually a cool store, loaded with stuff. It actually had a ton of cast iron skillets, but I don't want to take any back on an airplane. But it was, sorry, I'm mesmerized by some of the artwork here on the walls. Like that one over there. And I gloved up, by the way. But interesting. Gentleman said he's been here 26 years. But when he first came here, he was afraid of it. I guess this town has a large ethnic population, large African American community. But I think it at one time had a high crime and violent history after the collapse of steel. But let's do this. Let's get in the car, drive around, show you some of the steel mills. Some of them that are collapsed. There's one still functioning that is a huge one. And then let's get on the road. This old First National Bank closed down. Just abandonment after abandonment. So I'm getting ready to show you the Edgar Thomson plant, the first steel mill in the United States, built by the foundation of Andrew Carnegie, 1875, I want to say. Not sure if that sun is killing my angle here. Steel mill is still operating today, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, but with just a fraction of the staff and employees that it had at one time. There's the old Mr. Steelman himself. All right, time to move on. We got a couple hour drive to the next town. I'll see you there. Well, welcome to Johnstown, Pennsylvania. This is home of what was Bethlehem Cambria Steelworks, an industry and a business that employed over 13,000 workers. One of the largest steel mills in the United States, making steel for the Golden Gate Bridge, for the Empire State Building, for battleships in World War II. The steel mill operated from the 40s through the 70s. But when that mill closed down, the town lost almost everything. Not to mention a few more things have hit this unfortunate town. Some very sad and dark past. having a lot to do with the river. We're going to get into that in just a minute. But this town has a lot to show, a lot to offer. So let's go get into it. So discussing the sad and dark past of Johnstown had a lot to do with this river next to me. In 1889, a dam broke that was poorly maintained, sending water up to 40 feet high into the valley, destroying over 1,800 homes. Over 2,200 people died. But this isn't the only one that happened. Another one in 1936, another one in 1977. Locals will tell you that the water left, the jobs never come back. How are you? Oh, churches that.
Down in Cambridge City.
Oh, in Cambria City, so not in this area.
Well,
Okay.
you just got a couple of churches in town. So that one's closed up right down here, and then the one St. John's down by Coney Island.
Then
That's
you
the
got
one.
Zion Lutheran right behind it.
Y'all live y'all local, I imagine. Okay. So Johnstown, the town looks pretty good. I mean, it's not,
One time it was, yeah.
it's not, you don't think it is now? It looks like it's still, really still dying. That's unfortunate.
Misconception. It's a thriving town.
So that's a misconception. Yeah, because I mean, the downtown's something like you had shops open, restaurants. I was like, well, this is not bad.
Yeah, but you have no grocery stores. You got no grocery stores, no drug
No
stores,
clothing stores, no nothing.
Really?
Years ago, there was
no
clothing
shoe stores, no theaters. I mean, there's nothing down there used to be, you know?
Yeah, I mean, and I was reading the history from back in the day when it was a big steel town, and it was like, that was everything. And then, of course, y'all have been hit by 3 floods. Were y'all here back then?
Yeah.
I was here from 77, but not the 30.
Were you really? No, yeah, obviously, not 1889, right?
Not 1889, 1930.
But, wow. All right, gentlemen, well, listen, thank you for your time, and
Well, there's only 1 or 2 churches left down there, too. Well, St. Stephen's, it's Resurrection now, but
St. Mary's.
and St. Mary's right next to the Byzantine. And the rest of there's churches down there, but they're not open.
what are people doing for a living here? You got a shop, but, so you're probably, since there's no groceries, you're probably the big deal.
Most of them, like you said, on relief or working out the hospital or working Pepsi or, you know, there's
Yeah.
places that you work for, but a lot of people just, you know, kick back and enjoy welfare.
Enjoy welfare, wow. Now, are drugs an issue here? Are they really? Opioids or other things?
Both everything.
Everything. Unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that. Wow. Well, gentlemen, thank you. Have a great Friday. Appreciate it.
Okay.
So a lot of these company, or what were company homes, are abandoned. Since the steel mill left, residents left, properties just remain empty. A lot of them are empty. A lot of them are lived in. So it's hard talking to the gentleman in the store. Sometimes I struggle with asking the right question, but I don't want to come across rude or insulting. It's difficult because I don't want to put it out there so bluntly sometimes. I try to be proper and respectful of people because this is where they live. Not so sure about the trailer here. Interesting colors. I don't know what that's for. If anyone knows what that symbols of that color. But this church, a beautiful church. Not sure what denomination it is. Nothing shows me what it is. But one of the things is they had so many, here we go. This was, no, I thought it was on the ground there and they had a placard. These churches, all the different immigrants came in and built churches for their religion. So while they were working, after they were working, on the weekends, whatever it might be, they could go to church. So this town is apparently full of different churches for each denomination or each immigrant group that came in. This building survived the 1889 Johnstown flood. But this town is something else. So we're going to cover a little ground with the car. There's a lot to see. And we don't have all the sunlight in the world left. Unfortunately, with weather conditions, it took me much longer to get here than I had projected. So I had someone just tell me that this is a Protestant church. Well, it was. Just like those gentlemen said, all the churches are closing down. Now, I think that is probably one of the biggest signs of a town deteriorating is when the churches start to go away. That's unusual, in my opinion. I mean, if some of you know differently, tell me, but it's such beautiful places. When you have churches that are tax-free, have all the breaks in the world, and they can't keep a congregation, it says a lot. Beautiful place. Just incredible, incredible architecture. Okay, so first evangelical church, 1923, 1874 to 1923. Little history for you. Just look at those glasses, the archways, incredible. Now that St. John's Cathedral is open and active, closing the doors now, but we are downtown. This is the downtown that I think looks pretty thriving. It looks vibrant. It's a Friday night and it's 24 degrees. There's still people everywhere. So let's walk a few blocks. Let's see if we can maybe talk to somebody, get a little vibe, get some more insight. The gentleman we spoke to earlier said that the biggest misconception is that the downtown gives it the vibe that it's a thriving or on the up and coming town, and it's just not the case. So let's see what we think. So maybe I was wrong. Not a lot of people out. It is quite cold. And I think it just people are leaving, heading home. That's who I'm seeing, you know, people running to their cars and that stuff. I think we can still find some people to talk to though. Hey sir, do you live here? You live in town?
Yeah, I'm new here, but
You do? So what brings people to Johnstown?
for me myself, it was cost of living. I like the old family vibe that you get from Johnstown.
So you get that vibe here?
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. Through all the every city, every town has their problems and their situations. You know, it's just up to you to see the good in every. You know what I mean?
I agree with you 100%. I see that in a lot of the small towns I go to.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Where'd you come from?
I came from Florida.
Oh, no kidding. That's where I'm from.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tampa. Nice.
Wow, Hillsborough County. I'm
Yes.
from Polk County.
Okay.
I'm from Lakeland.
No kidding. Wow. This is a little drastic for you, the cold.
Yes, the cold is something different, but I love it. My kids love it. You know, they got to see snow. They got to do things that a lot of us didn't get to do growing up in Florida, especially with different weather. So,
man, that's really cool.
Yeah, they love
That
it.
is cool. Do you mind if I ask, what do you do out here for a living?
I work here.
Okay.
Yeah, I work right here at Jimmy T's.
Nice.
They just opened probably like a month ago or so. But like I tell everybody, a job is a job, especially right now.
Hey, it's an honest living.
Yep.
Honest living.
Anything to stay out of the way, you know, to make it home to my kids every night the right way, you know.
Hey, and it beats that heat, man. I left today and I was sweating.
Every time I come home, everybody's like by the pool or they're at the basketball court or they just have it. I'm like, bro, it feels like it's 30 degrees to me up here. Like,
Yeah. Well, right now it's 24. Isn't that crazy?
See?
But it's not bad without the wind.
No, it's actually perfect. I'm not gonna lie. Nights like this, I love it.
Yeah.
You know, you get to experience something new, and then the sky just opens up.
Yeah.
During the winter time.
It is beautiful here.
Yeah, I love it.
Well, what's your name?
Jamont.
Jamont?
Everybody call me Jay.
Jay, Darren, nice to meet you. Thanks for talking to me, man. I appreciate your time.
You, man. You have a great
Take care.
night, man.
Like always, I meet the nicest people in these small towns, and that's what brought that gentleman, Jay, here. That small town vibe for his family. He lived in Polk County, which is just a county over from where I'm at in Florida. And it gets wild there. But this town is pretty neat. Definitely gives the vibe of a town that is alive. Well, guys, I think I'm going to probably wrap up today's video here. It's gotten quite dark and quite cold. I feel wonderful. I have tons of layers on, but my fingertips, on the other hand, feel like they're gonna fall off. Can barely push the button on the camera. So we have a lot planned, a lot of great videos coming up. I will see you on the next adventure.